Hey class, it's Ashley, and I'm back with another mentoring moment. And today I'm talking about the 3 things you need to stop doing in order to position yourself for the 6-figure salary that you desire. So often people are asking me, Ashley, what should I be doing to advance my career? What should I do to make more money and have more impact at work? And obviously, as a career coach, my job is to help you make more money and have more impact at work using the skills, knowledge, talent, and expertise that you already have. However, there are things that you are likely doing in your job search right now, things that you're likely doing at work right now, things that you're likely doing in your career development right now that are not helping you advance your career. And in fact, they're getting in the way and they're impeding your career development. And so today, instead of telling you new things that you should be doing, new strategies that you should be trying, inviting you to invest in new, things, I'm really going to be talking to you about the things that you need to stop doing. Because often I think that we're kind of consciously like, I need to do this, I need to do that, I need to pick up this, I need to pick up that, I need to try new things, I need to do these things, right? Like we're constantly in a space where we're thinking about what new things we need to do, but we're not thinking about what we need to stop doing and the things that we need to interrupt, the behaviors and beliefs, right? The behaviors and beliefs that we need to interrupt to actually advance our careers in the ways that we desire. And so today, that's what we're going to talk about. The 3 things that you need to stop doing, right? The things that are impeding your career development success. And so if you're hyped for that conversation, just throw some hearts up on the screen. I just want to know that you're plugged in, that you're hyped for this conversation. And before we even get into this space, I want to remind you that applications are now open for the Mentor Me Accelerator. The Mentor Me Accelerator is an 8-week career advancement program for new and mid-level professional women. So if you are a professional woman that knows that this is the year, 2020 is the year that you move into the 6-figure club, if you're like $100,000 me, please, if that's you, then I invite you to apply to the Mentor Me Accelerator today. You can do so right on my website at mentor-me.org. That's mentor-me.org. If you are like, Ashley, I know I want to work with you. I've been following you for months. I've been following you for years. I just started following you yesterday, but I know I want to work with you and you want to kind of cut ahead of the line, then go ahead and just go to my website and you can apply to work with me there. So let's dive into this conversation. And I posted a graphic around this, and that's what I'm looking at on my computer here. I posted a graphic around this because I wanted to really walk people through the exact things that they need to stop doing that are impeding on their career success. So number 1, it's really time to stop staying stuck in a role where that you've outgrown instead of dealing with the discomfort of positioning yourself as an expert in your industry, right? So often I talk to very high achieving professional women who feel really stuck in their current role, right? They feel like I'm not making any more money in this role. I'm not driving any impact in this role. I'm bored in this role. I feel really overworked in this role. I don't feel appreciated in this role. I don't feel valued in this role. I don't really feel like this organization sees me, in this role. And let me know if that's you. If that's like, that's me, Ashley. I don't feel valued in my role. I feel overworked in my role. I feel bored in my role. I feel overwhelmed in my role. I feel frustrated in my current role. If you can resonate, with any of those, just type "it's me" in the chat. Ashley, I can resonate, like that's me. Because I just want to make sure that that's resonating, because I talk to so many professional women where that's where they are in their career. And what I often find is that the fear, right? The fear of actually doing the hard work. And I don't know if that it's hard work, but the fear of actually engaging in a job search process, the fear of actually committing that I'm not going to be in this job in 3 months, I'm not going to be in this job in 6 months, the fear of, hiring a career coach or, getting help in your career development, that fear keeps women stuck in jobs that are overworking them, underpaying them, undervaluing them, unappreciating them for far longer than anything else, right? Just the fear of getting the help that you need will keep you stuck. And so one of the things that I want you to commit to stop doing is stop staying stuck because of fear, right? And let me make this clear that I know a lot of people, Nike included, are like, just do it, just do it, just do it. But our lives don't honestly work like that. Like, we are not teenagers. Most of us aren't base cliff jumpers, right? We're not just jumping off a cliff and just seeing what happens, right? We have real bills to pay. We have real, goals to fulfill. We have real mouths to feed, including ours, right? And so we can't just do it when it comes to our career. We can't just quit our job and follow our passion, right? Like we actually have to have a strategy to advance our career. It's not enough to just quit our job and throw caution to the wind. Like we can't afford to do that. However, what too often I see is a lack of commitment to taking the first step, right? When it comes to advancing your career and securing a 6-figure salary, you don't have to commit to, I'm just going to go out there and put myself out there and apply for every job I see and tell these employers that they're going to pay me my worth. Like you don't got to do all of that. All you have to do, the first step is literally saying, hey, Ashley, I need some help in my career. Can you help me? That's just the first step. You don't got to overthink it. You don't got to quit your job tomorrow. You don't have to jump off a cliff. The only thing that you have to do is commit to the truth that I'm not going to stay stuck in this role anymore. I'm no longer going to be a slave to an organization that doesn't value me. I'm no longer going to let, my current employer, my supervisor disrespect me. I'm no longer going to live beneath my potential, right? I'm going to commit to leveraging my existing skills, my existing knowledge, my existing expertise to make more money and have more impact in my career. And if you can commit to that, if you can just commit to the idea that I'm not going to stay stuck in this role, more is available for me, and I'm going to commit to having more in my life and my career, then we can work together and I can help you advance your career. Because that means when you commit to that means you're committed to getting the help that you need. That means you're committed to investing in yourself and your career development. That means that you're committed to doing what's required to advance your career. And so the first thing that I want to invite you to stop doing is literally agree to stop staying stuck. Agree that this is your last quarter, right? Q1 2022, January through March, that was the last year that you were going to make $50,000 a year. That was the last 3 months that was going to be you. April going forward, you're making more money, right? And if you can commit to that, if you commit to going forward in April, I'm going to be making more money going forward. I'm actually not going to be making $50,000 a year. I can't afford to make $50,000 a year anymore. That was first quarter 2022, but in Q2, I'm actually making more money. If you can commit to that, then I invite you to apply to the Mentor Me Accelerator, right? Because that's going to be the best next step for you. It's getting the help that you need to now honor that commitment. Because if you decide that in yourself, actually, this little $70K that this job paying me, this is cute. This worked for the last 3 years. So glad to have that experience. But at this level, I need to make more money and I need to have more impact in my career. I need to be commanding a higher salary. I need to be stepping into a higher level role. I need to be driving more impact in this industry. I really need to be positioned as an expert in this industry. If those are the things that are going to be true for you going forward in your career, then this is the perfect time for us to work together, right? And let me just share with you just a bit about the Mentor Me Accelerator. If you're unfamiliar with me or my work, or you're not sort of familiar with that program, the Mentor Me Accelerator is an 8-week career advancement program. It's specifically designed for new and mid-level professional women. So professional women who have at least 2 to 3 years of professional experience and who are somewhere between the $50,000 and $80,000 a year annually right now and are looking to see a massive salary increase. On average, my mentee secures somewhere around a $25,000 to $30,000 salary increase in working with me in that program for 8 weeks. And what we're going to do in the Mentor Me Accelerator is that we are going to work to really clearly identify exactly what you're good at, right? So many of you have skill sets that are immense, right? You have outstanding stakeholder engagement experience. You have outstanding communication skills. You have outstanding project management skills. You have outstanding ability to raise funds or, bring in new customers. You have skills that employers are willing to pay top dollar for. And what I'm going to do is help identify those skill sets, identify the things that you're already good at, the skills, the knowledge, the talent, the expertise, the credentials, the certification, the degrees, all those things that you already have. I'm going to work to really clearly identify those through a series of assessments and evaluations. And then once I identify those, then we're going to work to position those skill sets that you already have, right? You don't need another degree, honey. You don't need another credential. You don't need another certification. Not you. Many of you already have the goods. So we just going to use what you already have to help you make more money in industry. I'm going to help teach you how to position yourself as an expert in the marketplace. We really want to work around positioning at a higher level of leadership, right? And through the Mentor Me Accelerator, every week we're going to be working on helping you, one, identify what you're good at, two, identify what you value and the positions that are aligned with your expertise at this stage in your career, and then three, position you as a top candidate in the marketplace given those skills, right? So that's what we'll be doing in the accelerator. And like I said, I'm accepting new mentees right now. Applications do close on Friday. Definitely want to invite you to apply to the Mentor Me Accelerator right now. And actually, a couple of my mentees are in the building. Hey to I think Culin is here in the building. My mentee Fope is here. Hey ladies, thanks for being here. I love when my mentees like come to my lives. Like they already have private access to me inside of the portal, but they're like, oh, Ashley's on Instagram, I'm gonna pop in. So I love when y'all do that. Thanks ladies for saying hi. So we talked about the number one thing, right? The number one thing that you need to do that's likely preventing you from making more money and having more impact in your career is to stop staying stuck, right? And honestly, like I think we make it a lot more complicated, right? Like we make it a lot more complicated in our head. We're like, well, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to get out of this job. I've been here for, my degree is in this. I've been in this field for 3 years. I don't know how to get out. I don't know what to do. And it's like, just commit to the decision that I'm not going to be in this job anymore. Commit to the decision that I'm actually transitioning industries. Commit to the decision that I cannot afford to make so little money anymore. I absolutely have to do what it takes to make more money and have more impact. Once you commit to that, once you stop staying stuck and just commit to that I'm not going to be here anymore, then that's the first step. Like that is the first step. That's the first thing you need to stop doing, is to stop staying stuck. Once you commit to that, then there's so much ease in the rest of the process. So number two, I want you to commit today to stop searching for jobs off and on, right? So often when I talk to new prospective mentees, they get on the phone with me, they'll apply to work with me, get on the phone with me, and they're like, yeah, Ashley, I've been job searching off and on, right? And just throw some hearts up on the screen if you've been job searching off and on for 2 months, for 6 months, for 2 years, for 10 years. A lot of y'all been job searching off and on for literally years, right? You've been job searching off and on for years. And I really want to invite you to stop doing that. Right? And I get it, right? So much of the reason why high achieving professional women do that is because their job search processes burn them out, right? You search for a job, you were searching for 3 weeks, hardcore, you ain't get no callbacks, you ain't get no interviews, you ain't get no job interviews, you ain't get no offers, and you were burnt out, overwhelmed, you decided to hang it up, right? Or maybe you were job searching for 3 months, 6 months, you didn't get no callbacks, then the pandemic happened, and you like, I'm just trying to hang on to this little job I got, I'm just trying to keep a paycheck in this house. Right? So you stopped job searching, you gave up, you're like, let me wait till the market get better, let me wait till the pandemic is over, right? You kind of stalled, right? But we have to stop job searching off and on. What really is so powerful about the Mentor Me Accelerator and about working with me in mentorship is that my mentorship drives results for my mentees. One of the things that I say in the Mentor Me Accelerator is that it works when you work it. Right? The reason why you see my mentees securing $20, $30, $40, $50, $80,000 salary increases, the reason why is because I have a proven strategy that helps high achieving women make more money, right? Like that's it. There's a framework, and my framework isn't secret. You don't have to pay me to view the framework. You go right to my website, scroll down on the homepage. The framework is right there. There's no secret, right? There's no like, pay me thousands of dollars and learn how I do, like the how is right on my website. It's right there. Mentor-me.org. mentor-me.org. The framework is right there. There's no secret, right? And that's what, like, I'm a person who operates in extreme integrity. I'm not hiding nothing from nobody, right? Like my methods, my approach to mentorship is right there on the page. The secret sauce is me. Right? To get private access to me, like my mentees get, there's an investment for that, of course. But my approach to mentorship and the way, like the framework in which my mentorship drives results is right on my website. You can go right there and find it. And what's really powerful about mentorship is that, and what's sort of what I want you to sort of gather right from today's live is that we have to stop doing things off and on. Well, you get mad at your boss pisses you off, and you're like, I'm quitting next month. I ain't gonna be in this job next month. I'm over this job. I'm done. But you ain't invested in career coaching. You don't have a mentor who's guiding you through the process. You don't have a job search strategy. You're not going on interviews. You ain't updated your LinkedIn. Like, you're not doing any of the things that are required to advance your career, but you're like, I'm over this. And then in 2 months, you're burnt out from a job search that didn't yield any results and you're back at square one, right? Instead of right? Instead of getting mad at your boss, having an attitude with your boss, getting angry with your coworkers, feeling frustrated at the end of the month when you get your check. What I want to invite you into, the vehicle of transformation that I want to invite you into, is actually investing in your career development so that you can have a strategy for your career success. So that you can stop playing it by ear, so you can stop networking, right? And meeting people and hoping they can put you on, so that you can stop, just kind of trying to figure it out on your own and actually have a career advancement strategy that's going to yield results for your career, right? That's what I want to invite you into. And that's what I do as a mentor in the Mentor Me Accelerator program. So number one, the first thing that you need to stop is stop staying stuck in a role and deal with the discomfort that comes with elevation, right? Like it can be so uncomfortable to recognize that I need to advance my career. It can be so uncomfortable to recognize that it's time for me to make more money and have more. It can be so uncomfortable to realize, you know what, my potential is so far beneath my current role and I really need to advance. That can be so uncomfortable because it's now I got to do what's required to advance. Right? Once you realize that, you know what, these skill sets that I posted something a week ago, I think. It was the 3 skills that you already have that are worth 6 figures, right? And it's one of my most popular posts. It had more likes and more shares than almost anything I've ever posted. And it was just funny to me because I know people shared this and then they were maybe so inspired and oh, look, I already got skills that are worth a lot of money. But the difference between, it's not enough to just acknowledge it, right? It's not enough to just acknowledge that you have skills that are worth 6 figures. I can tell you that all day. Each one of you who are watching this live or those who will watch on replay, you already have skills that are worth $100,000. And if you are not making $100,000 currently, it's not because you don't have the skills to do it. It's because you're not well positioned in the marketplace. It's because you're not well positioned in the marketplace. And what my job is as a mentor is to position you to a higher level of leadership and a higher pay bracket based on your existing skills. But what I hope is different about you all versus the people who just liked that post and shared it and were inspired is that you're also committed to doing the work required to leverage the skills that you already have to make more money. Right? I think the difference between people who actually invest in themselves through expert level mentorship with me and join my mentorship programs and see, those testimonials that I have on my website, the mentee wins and the success stories that you see on my website, those people, they didn't just acknowledge, yeah, I love Ashley, she's smart. But they were you know what? I need to work with Ashley because she knows what she's doing. She's going to help me make more money at work. Right? And so there's a difference between acknowledging that you have the skills and being you watch my lives and you're yeah, Ashley's right. I do got skills. These people need to pay me more money, and doing the work required to actually invest in your career development to get the help that you need to advance your career. And so the thing I want to invite you into is to stop stopping at acknowledgement. Right? Each of you watching today's live and each of you that will watch the replay already have the skills that can easily garner a 6-figure salary. I just was in office hours with one of my mentees. Her name's Natalie. My mentee Natalie just secured a $30,000 salary increase plus a 10% bonus. I think she bonused at $7,000 or $8,000. We just had this conversation less than 30 minutes ago. Right? Just secured a $30,000 salary increase. When she first came to work with me, I told her, Natalie, your skill sets are at minimum worth $30K more. And she's well, Ashley, I don't know. I'm not sure. I just feel I don't know if they're going to give me that much money, and Natalie secured this $30,000 salary increase in her current organization. A lot of people think, oh, I got, and she works in government/nonprofit. That's another thing. People will come to me and say, well, you can't make no money in nonprofit. You can't make no money in education. No, you can't make no money in government. Everybody think that they can't make no money in no industry. It boggles the mind. I'm where do y'all think the money resides? The money resides in all of those industries. The difference between Natalie and maybe you all who are watching today's live is that Natalie committed to investing in her career development through expert level mentorship. And that's how she saw the results that she saw, right? That $30,000 salary increase plus the $8,000 bonus that she got. That was because she invested in expert level mentorship. And together, Natalie and I worked to position her as a top candidate for that role, right? But we can't, it's not enough. We have to stop just being I deserve to make more money, and also commit to doing what's required to make more money and having more impact in our careers, right? So that's number 2. We have to stop just acknowledging that we want more and actually commit to doing the work required to get more in our career. And number 3, the third thing that I want to invite you to stop doing, right? And feel free for anybody who's been watching from the beginning of the live, if you just want to take some notes for your neighbor, remind them of point 1, point 2, point 3. This is a community thing. We want everybody to pick up the gems. So point number 1, we have to commit to stop staying stuck in roles that are no longer serving us. A lot of you have outgrown your jobs. You've outgrown it. You know that. You've outgrown this. This was cute 3 years ago. This was cute 7 years ago, but you've outgrown it. You can't afford to make so little money anymore, and you need to move on, right? Stop staying stuck in jobs that you've outgrown. That's stop number 1. Stop number 2 is stop job searching off and on. Well, your boss make you mad, so you want a job search. Your coworker piss you off, so you want a job search. At the end of the month, you get your check. This money ain't meeting ends. These ends ain't meeting, so you want a job search. Stop doing that. We have to commit to discipline in our career. A lot of us aren't disciplined enough. We're not seeing results because we're not disciplined. And listen, I get it. It's hard to be disciplined when you don't know what you're doing. It's really hard to be disciplined in a job search when you don't have a strategy. Because you're like, actually, I don't know what I'm doing. I get on LinkedIn, I see jobs, I apply. What else you want me to do? I don't know what discipline you're talking about, sis. Right? And throw some hearts up on the screen if that's you. You like, Ashley, listen, I want to be disciplined, but I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. So how am I supposed to be disciplined? I get it, right? I get it. I understand. But so what I want to invite you into is mentorship, right? I'm accepting new mentees right now. And you can go to my website and apply. It's mentor-me.org. And my mentorship will help give you a strategy for your job search. So you can stop job searching off and on. You can actually drive results. You can actually drive results in your job search, right? And then strategy number 3 is that we have to stop thinking that office politics are beneath us. A lot of us approach our career like it's a dictatorship. I'm going to go in my job. To let these people know what it is and what it ain't. I ain't talking to nobody. I ain't building no relationships with nobody. I'm going to clock in. I'm going to do my job and I'll clock out. Y'all treat y'all career like you work at, I don't know, the post office or something, right? Like this is not the 1930s. We are not our parents. We don't just go to a job and clock in and clock out. The relationships that you have to build at work, being political, being savvy, knowing how to engage stakeholders, how to work the room, how to make the ask, how to leverage data to tell stories. Those things are required at this stage in career development. And too many high achieving professional women have decided that they don't want to do the hard work of navigating office politics. So they just opt out. But the truth, and I see Tori here said the office politics are toxic, but that's actually not true. Office politics are just office politics. They're neutral. Politics are neutral, right? Like if you think about politics at the federal government level, right? You think about politics in Washington, D.C. Politics are neutral. Republicans and Democrats and independents make them toxic. They're mudslinging back and forth. People trying to take away women's reproductive rights. Like the things that they do in politics, those are toxic. But actual politics are not toxic. Politics don't have to be toxic. So what I'm saying, it's about approach. Office politics are just a tool for you to use to get what you want. And if you know how to play politics right, you can get what you want all day, every day. But so often we refuse to engage in politics. I'm too good for that. I ain't playing games with nobody. I'ma just be me. Why do we think that being us doesn't means that we have to be adversarial? I'm me and I'm not adversarial. I show up on the internet serving women at a high level, helping them make more money and having more impact. And it's not hostile. I'm still being me, but I'm me in a way that can be approachable to serve the women that need my help, right? If I was just like, well, I'm going to just be me on the internet, and me was like abrasive and angry and unapproachable and uninviting to the help that women need, then I would never serve women. I would never be able to help women. I wouldn't have a business. I wouldn't be able to be here talking to you today, right? But I know that in order to engage high achieving professional women, I need to provide value. I need to come in with substance. I need to have results. I need to be able to tell women, hey, this is what I've done for these women in their career. This is what I can do for you. I need to have a proven framework. I need to have an approach. I need to be approachable. I need to be likable. I need to be the type of woman who has examples and demonstrated expertise and testimonials, right? I can't just come in and be like, let me be your career coach. You need help. You don't know what you're doing, right? And so I think that sometimes we think that, like you said, Tori, like a lot of people think that office politics are toxic. They're not toxic. At their face, they're just politics. Politics are neutral. What you do with politics can either be good or bad. And I think what we see in the marketplace, what we see in the job market, what we see in our offices every day is that people are using politics in an adversarial way. They're using politics in a way that's not supportive, that's not inviting, that's not that's angry and backbiting and gaslighting and two-timing. And so that's what we see. And so we think that's all that there is. But politics, office politics, are actually a tool that high-achieving professional women can use to make more money and have more impact at work. And that's what I teach in my mentorship programs. I teach my mentees how to position themselves as experts, to be political in a competitive marketplace, and to come out on top. And they can do that being fully authentic, being fully themselves, showing up as the expert that they are, and collecting the bag on their way out. And so if that's the level of mentorship that you need to shift from office politics are toxic to I use office politics to advance my career in a way that helps me make more money and drive more impact in my industry and serve communities that I care about, if that's the shift that you want to make in your career, then I invite you to apply to the Mentor Me Accelerator. In the Mentor Me Accelerator, we're going to work together to shift your mindset, your beliefs, and your behaviors so that you can actually advance your career in the ways that you desire. And while we do that, we're also going to really start to look at what do I need to stop doing so I can stop interrupting my career success, so that I can stop safeguarding my career success, so that I can stop building a fence around what's available for me in my career and actually take the elevator up to career success. If that sounds like what you're looking for, if you're like, Ashley, I know I got some misplaced beliefs about the world of work. I talked to a prospective mentee the other day, and she was like, yeah, Ashley, I work in education, so, I'm not, expecting to make any real money. And I was just like, where did you get that from? Where did you get the idea that you can't make any money as an educator? Who told you that? I'm an educator. I make well over 6 figures. Who told you can't make no money in education? I help women from every industry see $20, $30, $50, $80,000 salary increases. Who told you that wasn't available to you? Who lied to you? Who lied to you? The things that you desire for your career, they're available to you. And I hope that what you take away from today's live is that there's likely things that you're telling yourself. There's likely lies that someone else implanted in you that made you believe that the things that you desire for your career are not available to you. But they are available to you. They are. But only when you are working with someone who knows what they're doing and have a proven strategy for your career success. Because otherwise you'll believe a lie and you'll keep believing it until your death, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know any better, so you don't know how to do any better. But I really want to invite you to doing better because more is available to you. More is available to you, and I'm excited to help you see more by advancing your career. Kudaria Kulin said, I love to hear this perspective from a Black woman. I've never heard office politics discussed in this way. Yeah, it's, it is I guess like a controversial topic. I teach a lot about office politics in my Mentor Me Mastermind. Let me look up the session so I can tell you exactly what it's called. In the Mentor Me Mastermind, it's called, and this is on my website too. You can check out my website and you can see this on there. But it's called Navigating Office Politics. And I teach it around a strategy called Situational Awareness, where I teach women how to position themselves as experts and be aware of their situations and how to use office politics to their advantage. I teach that in session 7 of my Mentor Me Mastermind, which is a 6-month executive coaching experience. And I'm so glad, Hewlin, that you talked about you've never heard this from a Black woman before. And I think that, this is why I mentor, right? Because I think that a lot of times Black women in particular, so often our white counterparts know this. White female executives, they know this and they use it to their advantage. But I think sometimes Black women don't recognize the value in office politics, or they don't recognize the value in these kind of nuances approach. And so they think that, oh, that's a white people thing, or I'm not doing that. And we're not, and I think we are at a disadvantage when we do that, when we don't use every resource available to us to advance our career. Tori said, I disagree, but I respect your opinion and I'm scheduling a meeting with you. Oh, okay. Well, I love to see it. I love that you're like, I disagree, but I still want to talk to you. I love that, right? Because we can disagree, and you can still benefit from my mentorship. And my job isn't to convince you, Tori, like for sure. Like my job isn't to convince you. As an expert level mentor with more than 15 years of experience in corporate, nonprofit, or educational leadership, I know what it takes to help women make more money and have more impact in their career. And I know that at the highest levels of leadership, it takes being able to successfully navigate office politics. In fact, on Saturday, so this week, I'm at NASPA, which is the National Student Affairs Conference. And on Saturday, I attended a 3-hour workshop on what it takes to get to associate or assistant vice president level and above. And the number one things it takes is politics, right? The number one thing it takes to advance your career at the highest levels of leadership is politics. It's the number one thing. And so not only do I know this, because I'm a mentor and I have experience in corporate, nonprofit, and educational leadership and have, a PhD in educational leadership. I know these things to be true just from my background and my degree, but I also hear other experts in my profession and in the world of work talking about politics is the number one skill set that you need to advance to, AVP level status and above. So, but it's okay that you disagree and you can still absolutely benefit from my mentorship. And I'm excited to work with you again. You can apply to my programs right on my website at mentor-me.org. You can join the program there. And I'm looking forward to talking with you more. Wanted to take just a moment. If anyone else has questions about the things that they need to stop doing to advance their career to 6 figures, just go ahead and pop those in the chat. If you have questions, you can pop them in the comment section or use that little question bubble there. I want to answer your questions before I hop off live. So again, just to recap for anybody who came in late, today, we were talking about the 3 things you need to stop doing to advance your career to 6 figures. So strategy number 1 is that you absolutely have to stop staying stuck in your current role, right? Like if you are not making 6 figures in your current role and you desire to make that, you have to commit that I'm not going to stay in this role and not make the money I desire. That's step number 1. We have to decide to get unstuck, right? Step number 2 is that you have to stop job searching off and on, right? Yeah, 1 month you job searching, next month you pause it, and next month you job searching for 3 months and then you stop. The reason why you're not seeing success is 1, because of a lack of consistency, but 2, because a lack of strategy and the right consistency. I get it. You get burnt out and you don't want to do it no more, right? You don't want to job search because you're like, I'm not getting any results. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not driving success. But we actually have to have a strategy. My mentees are seeing success in 8 weeks in my program. 2 months, they're securing these $30,000, $40,000, $80,000 salary increases, and they're doing that in a shorter period of time because I have a proven strategy to help them with that. Your job search is so off and on because you don't really know what you're doing. You don't have a strategic approach that drives results. And so we really actually have to have a strategy. So you have to stop job searching off and on and actually get the help that you need to have a proven framework. And then number 3 is that you have to stop thinking that office politics are beneath you, right? Like this idea that I'm not going to do the work required to leverage politics is a poor belief. It's a poor belief. And when I say poor, I don't mean money. I mean, it's an ill-advised belief. It's not a sophisticated belief. What? No one gets anywhere by themselves, and no one gets anywhere by, letting the work speak for itself. You have to speak for the work. You have to do that work. And so thinking office politics are beneath you is not a good strategy for you advancing your career. You actually have to have a strategy, and that's what I teach in my programs. So again, gonna stay on for another minute or so to answer any questions anyone has about the things they need to stop doing to advance their career. If you have those, let me know. Alrighty, not seeing any questions come in, so I will wrap up today's live. As I said, if you're a professional woman who works in corporate, nonprofit, and educational leadership, and you're looking to make more money and have more impact in your career, then I invite you to apply to work with me. I'm so excited because I'm bringing in 13 new mentees into my Mentor Me Accelerator this month. And so I want to invite you to take the first step. the first step in working with me and really getting expert level mentorship to secure the $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 salary increase that you're looking for is to apply to work with me on my website. The link is also in my bio, but you can go right to my website if you want at mentor-me.org. That's mentor-me.org. Janine said, I let the work speak for me for 3 years. The minute I started speaking for about the work, everything changed. Oh, I love that. I love that. And Janine is one of my mentees too. She completed the Mentor Me Accelerator and she is an absolute rock star. She's an absolute expert. I love when my mentee, I love when y'all join my lives because like, I mean, I can sit here and talk all day about like how amazing y'all are and, you know, like all the work that y'all do. But like, I think it's really helpful for when other people see, you all on live and y'all talking about how amazing this program is and like, you know, how you got results. 3 promotions in 3 years don't lie. It works if you work it. It works if you work. The Mentor Me Accelerator program works if you work it. Let me be an infomercial to tell you. I'm so excited to serve more women through this program. Excited to serve you specifically. Apply on my website today. And thanks so much for watching today's live. Bye.